Hello everyone, Michelangelo Mortellero with Mortellero Law. Today's video is for our skilled facility referral partners. Recently we have had a number of calls from the facilities saying that they have been made aware that there are these new blanket waivers that are allowing people who are running out of their Medicare days to simply get a new set of Medicare days without exiting the facility and having their 60 days without care before renewing a new 20 days, if you will. So I did some research on it, and I've actually dug up the thing that everybody's referring to. And this was just released 2 days ago on April 21st from CMS, and it is titled COVID-19 Emergency Declaration Blanket Waivers for Healthcare Providers. Specifically on page 9 of this release, under long-term care facilities and skilled nursing facilities, what it says here is, for certain beneficiaries who recently exhausted their SNF benefit, this waiver authorizes renewed SNF coverage without having first to start a new benefit period. But then it says, and this is where the details are, this waiver will only apply for those beneficiaries who have been delayed or prevented by the emergency itself from commencing or completing the process of ending their current benefit period and renewing their SNF benefits that would have occurred under normal circumstances. So my concern here is that some facilities are under a false impression and a false sense of security that if they have a resident that runs out of their Medicare days, that no big deal, we're in a pandemic, they're going to get more days and Medicare is going to cover them. This seems to indicate, at least it's my impression in my reading, that this will only apply to those folks who are unable to leave the facility, reset their days based on this pandemic. And the burden of proof is clearly going to be on the resident and really is going to be on the facility who's trying to get paid by Medicare to prove that but for the pandemic, this person would have been discharged or been able to renew their benefit period. So two things on this point. One is, even if you get a waiver for some of your residents, at some point it's going to come to an end, and then there's going to be a deadline, and then there's going to be a mad rush for everyone who is now trying to scramble to get Medicaid benefits. Secondly, for those residents who are transitioning or should transition from a rehabilitation status to a long-term care status, those folks would not, in any event, renew their 20-day Medicare benefit privileges because they're going to skilled. And so those folks should have, when their benefits ran out under Medicare, applied for Medicaid. And I don't want to see any of our partner facilities run into a situation where they think they're going to get paid, then figure out that the devil's in the details. These folks were long-term candidates anyway, and therefore excluded from this blanket renewal for the SNF coverage under Medicare, and then end up having to either go to the family to try to get paid, which often doesn't happen. And what will in reality happen is you guys will be writing off a bunch of bad debt that never goes well for the bottom line. So I hope this little video helps you understand this a little more. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Myself and my staff are always available to answer any questions, and we look forward to working with you and getting your folks the benefits that they need. Thank you so much. Have a great day.